All right.
Hi everybody. Hey YouTubers, it's Voluptuous8 here, bringing you the video of wonton pizzas. Excuse the mess of my kitchen. Hopefully my husband is only focusing the camera here and not around the rest of the mess, but here we go. So, wonton pizzas, what do they have to start out with? Of course, nothing but wontons. I use Frida's wonton pizzas, wonton wrappers. You get them in the produce section. They're 11 carbs, 2 grams of protein, no sugars, and this is the stats. You get a full large stack like this, and of course they are super thin. So I'm just going to lay them here on my little pizza board. This will make more than I can even begin to think about eating. My husband will be having plenty, if not being packed for my lunch tomorrow. So, but typically, I should have probably had some of these already laid out so that I didn't have to do this. But here we go. So we have our wontons on our pizza board. Next, just like making a regular pizza, I just have ragu traditional sauce. You can buy some that are lower calorie. You can buy some that have less carbs, but this one only has 6 carbs with 3 sugars and 1 gram of protein. I just happen to like ragu products. It's a quick sauce, and then all you basically do is you take your spoon, kind of mix it up a little bit, whoops, and splatter everywhere, and then just spread it on your wonton just like you would a regular pizza crust. If you like a lot of sauce, put a lot of sauce. If you're not a big sauce person, you don't have to put as much. From there, you add your cheese. I have Great Value, which is Walmart brand. Low moisture part skim mozzarella cheese. It has only 1 gram of carbs, 7 grams of protein, 0 sugar. Here's the stats. Because the wontons are so small, I get the finely shredded. I don't buy the big shredded mozzarella, just because the wontons are so small. And then basically you just put as much cheese on there as you want. The first time I made these, I made them on a cookie sheet with parchment paper. I think it was a mistake because the inside portion of it didn't really get as done as I would like to have seen it got done. They were a little bit soggy in the middle, but I think on the pizza board or on the pizza tray, it will do better. And on wontons, you can do things like, you can make tacos. You can put them inside like the mini muffin pans and make like little egg souffle type things with them. You can do ground beef with like American cheese and lettuce and tomato and make like a hamburger. You can do a variety of things with them rather than just the little wonton pizzas that I'm doing here. I I'm going to experiment rather with ground chicken and taco seasoning sauce, and do kind of like a taco with some olives and stuff. Basically, because they're so small, I usually only put 2. Of course, these are just regular Hormel pepperonis. You can get the turkey pepperonis. I don't have the stats on them. The box is long gone. Sorry for that, but you can look it up. And I'm just gonna, I usually only put 2 on per one, but I'm gonna go ahead and use up these pepperoni so that I don't have to try to store them back in the fridge. I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees. And basically, these will only take about 8 to 10 minutes to cook. You're basically just getting everything melted on the wonton. And I'm going to come grab the camera and, well, no, I'll get them in here. Excuse the steam or the smoke that might rise from my oven. I have one of those sheets in there that collects the stuff that drops through, and yesterday my husband cooked a pizza in there, and I think part of it fell through, so it's got a lot of stuff on the bottom that's burning up. And I don't usually do this because I hate ovens and heat. So then I will set my timer. Okay, yeah, set the timer for, I'm going to set it for 8 minutes. Is that 8 minutes or is that 8 seconds?
No, it's 8 minutes.
Huh? So that's going to go there. In the meantime, I'm just going to take these as examples, and we're going to move to the living room. Please excuse my mess. Don't be looking that way. And I promised you guys an exercise video as well. And since we have about 8 minutes to kill, I figured I would go ahead and do the exercise video. People who are, my husband's turning on lights. People who are heavier might be afraid to go to the gym. I know I was afraid to go to the gym when I had my lap band, and I was fortunate enough that the gym that I went to, I found a wonderful trainer, and he taught me some exercises to get started. Basically, those exercises revolve around a regular, sturdy household chair. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, it just needs to be sturdy and of decent height. And I just grabbed these because I'll be using them in just a second. But the starting exercise that he told me to do, which is easy, it's something that whenever you're sitting, you automatically do, and that is just basically sit and stand up. Sit and stand up. Sit and stand up. It's something that is easy, but for some people of size, it can be something very difficult. But it is also something that we all do and that we all need to do. As you progress with that, instead of sitting all the way, you just touch and stand up. That would be a more advanced squat per se. So just starting out, just trying to learn, just trying to get started, sit and stand up. Get comfortable with that. Start doing repetitions of that. Believe me, you do 25 of those and you will feel it in your legs. You don't think so, but you will feel it in your legs if you're not a gym rat and at the gym all the time and you're just starting out. As you progress, instead of sitting all the way, just touch and stand up. So that's one exercise. Another exercise is while sitting, just do leg lifts. Make sure you got sneakers on so it puts a little bit of weight on your feet, and do leg lifts. You can do them one at a time. You can do them together. Once you get used to doing that, you can do them and hold. It's almost like doing a, what is that called? When you're on your arms, a plank. But it's just with your leg portion. And you hold. You can move them to the side and back. Move them to the side and back. That works these muscles in here. It also works these muscles back here. So basically, as you're starting out, lift and down. Lift and down. Out to the side and back. Out to the side and back. Lift together, down. Lift and hold. It will also work on your core, because to hold your legs up, you have to tighten other things. So you will work on your core as well doing those types of things. While you're sitting also, if you can't do it right away, but go grab a couple of canned vegetables. I just happened to grab my Lipton Diet Tea, which has been a lifesaver for me to drink my water. I have peach flavor and raspberry flavor. Absolutely love them. 1 gram of carbs, 0 protein, but there's also 0 sugar in here. So these are like, I had a hard time with water, and these have been my godsend. So, but grab a couple small cans of canned vegetables if that's what you've got. Grab a couple glasses, or grab something that's not very heavy, or grab your water. Take 2 water bottles. And basically, you can start with your arms down and just pick them up. Like this. And if these get light, go buy a bigger can of vegetables. Bring them straight out. Bring them straight out. Do it that way. You can bring them out to the side and do it that way. You can bring them up here, and then you can push up over your head. You can push out to the side. Any of those movements will work muscles that you probably haven't worked in a long time, and it doesn't require you going to the gym. You can sit in your own living room. You can do as many reps as you can. You can upgrade to a heavier can of vegetables, or from a water bottle to a frozen water bottle, or to a cup or whatever, just to get your arms moving and just to get movement and mobility. So those are a few exercises there. The other thing that you can do, we were sitting and doing leg lifts, but you have this chair here. It's sturdy, you can hold it, and you can sit here and you can do legs like this. You have something to lean on. You have something to hold on to steady you, so you're not counting on having a whole lot of balance. And you can just point your toe or flex your foot. It works a few different muscles. If you point your toe, you're going to feel it in one area, then if you flex your foot. Do it on both sides. See how high up you can go. You can also do that and hold it and see how far you can go. If you want, you can move them to the side, and you can do it to the side. If you don't want to do squats in the chair and you're tired of doing them that way, you can spread your legs and have something to hold on to and do squats on the back of the chair, but have something to hold on to and to keep yourself stable. And as you progress, you can change the exercises around, and you can get more and more. And I'm out of breath, and all I'm doing is trying to talk and do this stuff. I don't know how them people on P90X and all those places can manage to do all those exercises and talk while doing it. But I promise you guys some exercises that you could do in the privacy of your own home. All it takes is a chair, you, and if you can't do canned vegetables in the beginning because you can't, just your arms. And it's just movement. And then it's household items that you have that you can use to do the exercises yourself. And then that way, you can get moving. You can start working on things. You can not have that stigmatism over your head that you can't exercise or that you'll be too embarrassed at the gym. I know I'm terrible when it comes to going to the gym. I can't stand it. I know nobody's looking at me, but I think everybody's looking at me. And I have a real hard time when my trainer tells me to do something because I'm terrified. I don't want to look like a fool, and I don't want that trainer to pay attention. I don't want that trainer to have me do something that embarrasses me. So we're going to go back to the kitchen. The timer's going off. Let's see how we're doing with these. Hopefully I didn't burn them. Oh no, we've got more time to go. So they definitely, if you see, they definitely have more time. They're not even browning on top just yet. So I'm gonna set the timer again for, we're gonna set it probably for another, we'll say 3 minutes. Like I said, excuse the mess in here. Hopefully 3 minutes is enough to get them done. If not, I'll flip the broiler on for a minute and all that. But I just want people to know that I know myself, like I was saying, when I go to the gym, I get very embarrassed. You know, they want you to do lunges and they want you to do this and that, and they want you to, like, a trainer will tell you to lunge across the room and lunge back, and you know, you got all these people working on machines around you. I'm sorry, nope, cross the room lunges are not for me. Nobody's looking at you. Well, they might not be, but I feel like everybody's looking at me, and I won't do it. And it limits my exercise routines at the gym because I'm that self-conscious about people watching me while I'm exercising. So I understand that feeling, and like I said, the trainer that I got when I first had my lap band understood that, and he was absolutely fantastic. He taught me the exercises that I could do at home, that I could get started with, that if I could only stand up 3 times, I only stood up 3 times. Waited and rested, and then did another 3 times. You know, I mean, it's at your pace. Push yourself. Don't take the easy way out. Push yourself a little bit, but it's still something that you can do in the privacy of your own home. And then as you work up and as you build lung capacity and you build what you feel like is strength in your legs and stuff like that, then if you want to venture out and go to the gym and start working out at the gym, you know, great. That's absolutely fantastic. But I really and truthfully think that sometimes we limit ourselves because of what other people will think about us and what other people will say about us and how they look at us when we do those kinds of things. So I wanted to share those few exercises. Of course, walking is always wonderful, and even if it's only walking to your mailbox and back or walking to the end of your driveway and back, walking is always wonderful. Like I said in my last video, it seems like we get on this journey and we do this weight loss surgery, and the first goal that's on our list is a 5K. I'm guilty of it as much as the next person, but that's the first thing on our list is a 5K. And what some of us fail to remember and what some of us fail to realize is, because we all start this journey at a different place, sometimes a person's goal is just to be able to get off the couch and just to be able to do something to help that. And I just wanted to give some insight and some exercises that will maybe help you get off the couch. So let's see what they look like now. Oh, they're starting to get a little bit browner. I guess I probably should have had the oven on a little bit higher than 350. I think it probably was supposed to be like 425. I'm going to bump the oven up a little bit. I'm going to put it up on 400, and I'm going to do another 3 minutes. We'll see how it goes from there. I don't know how long this video is so far, but it's probably
almost 20.
Over almost 20 minutes. Might be a little bit longer. Sorry, guys. But you did see these. This is the wonton wrappers. Like I said, and you get a lot. I don't even think they tell you how many is in here. It just says 12 ounces. But because they're so thin, you get a lot of wonton wrappers. And typically for me, on one of these, I eat maybe that much out of that much when I have it all loaded up, because I'm still at only about 4 or 5 bites. So for me, I eat about that much out of a full wonton. I know that there's others out there probably that are farther out that can eat probably a couple of these at a time. But for me, like I said, I eat probably 2/3 of one, and that's enough to fill me up. So I can pack one of these for lunch, and then I have lunch. I can dinner, it'll be one for dinner. My husband will have probably the rest of them, or I might snag one for lunch tomorrow and put it in my lunchbox. Oh, while we're talking about things though, since we're talking about things, don't look at my dirty sink. Stop, turn the camera. These, if you have not tried these are the Good For You crisps. There's 15 grams of carb, 5 dietary fibers, 1 gram of sugar, and 7 grams of protein. There's about 3.5 servings in this bag, and there's 100 calories per serving. These are absolutely wonderful snack foods. They have a sea salt one. This one is mesquite barbecue. This one is sriracha. I have a garlic and onion one. They are great when you just need a crunch and you need something. I have all 4 flavors. I actually have the sea salt one over by my chair, but they're enlightened. I saw them, I want to say, on Los Angeles Found. I think she did them as one of the things that she picked up at Trader Joe's. They are absolutely fantastic. I went to Trader Joe's this weekend, and I picked up some of the veggie pizza burgers. That will probably be dinner tomorrow night. I can't wait to try them. Looking forward to that. Yeah, we'll have plenty of wontons for the next go round. Oh, here we go. We can take this out now, I think. I need both of these, honey. Is there another one? Yeah, those look good. As long as I don't drop the pizza stone, we'll be good. And I know I shouldn't do that and place the hot thing right up there on the stove, but oh well. If it cracks my ceramic, it cracks my ceramic. So, here they are. Let me keep the camera there. Let me get my plate and my husband's plate. Since we are empty nesters, we tend to use the fine china around here. And I will get a spatula. And they still probably could have cooked a little bit longer, but they'll be fine. They're good when they're heated up too, so. But there is my wonton pizza dinner. So, yummy, yum, yum. Okay, guys, I'm gonna eat dinner now because it's ready, and I'm hungry because smells trigger hunger, and this smells just like pizza, so I am hungry now. Have a good night, have a good evening. I promised you guys a video of wonton pizza and exercise. You got them combined, you got a twofer because I was able to do them together. Love you guys. like, subscribe, comment, whatever it might be. Have a good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of the day you're watching this. I hope it's going well for you, and we will talk to you later. Yum!